This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. We're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.
This is the Barbados Today morning news update for Friday, November the 21st, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. A pleasant good morning to you. We begin this morning with news that retired Appeals Court Justice Sir Frederick Smith is suggesting that judges who don't return decisions at least within 6 months should be fired. Sir Frederick says he has already put the idea to Chief Justice Sir Marston Gibson. In an interview with Barbados Today, the former Attorney General also believes that the current system of appointing judges was too political.
The judiciary should be appointed as it was before, and Barra changed it, by a Judicial and Legal Service Commission. Because then you'll be able to see who is a good lawyer and who is a bad lawyer. They want to put it political, and this is something we have thought about, and I was asked to come. If you check answer, I didn't justify it at all. But if you look and put prime ministers to appoint judicial officers, they can appoint their friends. I mean, some of the people on the High Court never appeared in the High Court yet. Some have never had any experience in challenging a jury. They challenge nothing. I mean, they learn. They're intelligent enough to learn, and so on. But when you come to the question of appointment, and that is really judiciary, falls down.
Management of Precision Packaging Inc., where employees have been on strike for the past 4 days, is hoping for a resolution soon, acknowledging that the work stoppage is hurting the company's operations. While not specifying the extent of the fallout, Divisional General Manager for Manufacturing and Services at Goddard Enterprises, John Taylor, told Barbados Today that the Lower Estate St. Michael Company has been impacted since the almost 40 employees walked off the job on Tuesday. Representatives of Precision Packaging, a subsidiary of Goddard Enterprises, and the Barbados Workers Union, which is representing the workers, are due to continue discussions on Monday at the Labour Department. The two sides are out over a new transportation policy that's been put in place to accommodate workers on a new late-night shift system. Taylor said the old system was not in keeping with existing legislation and current normal practice for businesses with shift systems. But while accepting the new system, the BWU has rejected the transportation policy, arguing that because most of the workers live close to the company, it made no sense taking them to the city to catch a bus when there was no guarantee they would get one. And the BWU General Secretary Tony Moore will address the striking workers this morning to determine the next step after yesterday's discussion at the Labour Department ended without a resolution. In sports now, Bayley's Primary are through to the semi-final round of the Guardian Group Herman Griffith 2014 Primary Schools Cricket Competition, and that's thanks to a brilliant spell of 5 wickets for 8 runs from 4.5 overs from off-spin bowler Javon Cummins. Playing at St. Catherine's Ground in St. Philip yesterday, the crafty right-handed bowler started off with a maiden in his first over, but soon after caused trouble for St. Cyprian's batsman, who simply could not handle his well-flighted deliveries.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, November 20th to 23rd. Taste the culinary delights of top local and international chefs like Marcus Samuelson, Anne Burrell, Tyler Florence, Roger Mooking, Michael Hines, Dane Sadler, Daphne's Restaurant, and more. The Barbados Food and Wine and Rum Festival, 5th edition, November 20th to 23rd. Visit foodwinerum.com or contact Premier Event Services Inc. at 435-0670. Get your tickets now at Wine World or Ticket.
Welcome back with news from the region that the Trinidad and Tobago state-owned Caribbean Airlines is spending close to $250,000 TT to retain the company's chief executive officer, Canadian Michael DeLolo. This was revealed in Parliament, but the checks show that the salary, in some cases, is more than twice that of previous CEOs. But the airline says it's an investment for the company's future sustainability.
When Michael DeLolo took over the reins of Caribbean Airlines, he assumed the responsibility of captaining the local airline out of financial turbulence. But the cost of retaining the Canadian CEO is not cheap.
I'm told it's $28,000 per month, a housing allowance of $5,000 per month, bringing this to $33,000 per month, US.
It means he earns roughly $206,000 TT a month. He also receives a performance bonus package. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar revealed the figures during the parliamentary sitting today. Chaguanas West MP Jack Warner questioned whether the airline could afford the payment.
The salary would have been negotiated with the office holder or the incoming office holder by the board of Caribbean Airlines. And I think we will all want to know that that board has acted appropriately in all of the circumstances.
Jamaica's Minister of Health, Dr. Fenton Ferguson, says the country should begin to see a decline in the number of people impacted with the chikungunya virus in December. However, Ferguson says authorities had to be mindful of those households who still have it. The ministry has reported that there has been a significant decline in new cases in the eastern parishes, including St. Thomas, Kingston, and St. Andrew and St. Catherine, and an increase in the numbers being seen in the western part of the island. He says there are plans to undertake a study on the impact of the virus on the country. On the international scene, nearly 5 million people living illegally in the United States can escape deportation under sweeping changes to the American immigration system. In a televised address, President Barack Obama urged them to come out of the shadows and get right with the law.
If you've been in America for more than 5 years, if you have children who are American citizens or legal residents, if you register, pass a criminal background check, and you're willing to pay your fair share of taxes, you'll be able to apply to stay in this country temporarily without fear of deportation. You can come out of the shadows and get right with the law. This deal does not apply to anyone who has come to this country recently. It does not apply to anyone who might come to America illegally in the future. It does not grant citizenship or the right to stay here permanently or offer the same benefits that citizens receive. Only Congress can do that. All we're saying is we're not going to deport you.
And finally, relatives of 43 missing Mexican students who the authorities say were murdered by a drugs gang have led mass protests in the capital. Convoys carrying the families arrived in Mexico City yesterday after touring the country to rally support. Many remain unconvinced by the official explanation and still hope the students will be found alive.
Everywhere you go in southern Mexico, you see the faces of the disappeared. The 43 trainee teachers who were abducted at the end of September and whose families just want them back. Most people here fear the students have already been killed.
And that's how we end our Barbados Today morning news update. We'll be back again this afternoon. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 online TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.
This news update is brought to you by
I'm happy. Now I'm gonna take my time. I'm happy. Enjoying myself with lime. I'm happy. Escape from reality. Yay! And let lime take care of me. Whoa, we're just happy and smiling. Doing almost anything. Having fun and just living. Whoa, shopping, chilling, everything.
Get happy with Barbados' largest and fastest 4G network. Activate any Lime prepaid or postpaid mobile plan today.